Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be starting a new series of probably a few videos. We're going to go from start to finish. I'm going to try and show every step in real time. I won't fast forward too much apart from maybe the boring stuff. So we're going to be making a door skin. We've got a workshop full of door skins. I thought, okay, let's do a video. Let's show how we go about making it here. So the one we're going to cover here is off of one of my own cars. This is going to be for a Mk3 Ford Capri. Not much too flash about it. It does have a bit of a reverse down the bottom, two spage lines. There's a bit of a profile up the top, which we do probably can do that on the pull max, and then we're going to have to hammer in the handle up at the back. So pretty standard things. So there's a few things there which are going to be common with a lot of cars. So I guess first things first, and most importantly, let's go and put the kettle on and make ourselves a cup of tea. Cheers. Alright. So first things first, we're going to get all the oil and grease and muck off this door. Alright, so first things we're probably going to do is what you need to do when you're making a door skin is recognise what shapes you need, how much shape is there in the skin. So we've got our sweeps here. So the centre section, I've already got my sweeps out. So this is probably number one. Just to recognise our shapes, we'll just put some data on this door skin just for reference for when we start welling up. So across this centre section between these two spages here, it's about number one. Go another way. And then the section up top, it's got a little bit more shape in it. Not sure if you can pick that up on camera. It's number two. Another way. And this section down the bottom here actually comes away. It's more of a reverse. Now there's not going to be any shape in that. That will be dead flat. The bottom of it goes into the sill on the car. They're generally always flat on the car, right? So it's just a straight edge ruler. Yeah, dead flat all the way through. And that's about it. All the directions that way. So just to go the other way, I won't measure out this. I'll probably make a pattern of that. But this is number 86. This is fairly shapy. So to show that probably near there is more accurate. Near the edge because you've got the strength of the frame inside. So it's 86 down here. And pretty much the same up top that way, so all the way through from there to the top. It's 86. Alright, so I've got our sheet of paper here which we're going to use to make a pattern of this. So when you put this over a panel, well, the angle change between the centre section and the bottom here is quite great. So it's quite, I can easily see where that line is. It's easy to mark out. The top one between here and here, I can see it, but it's not super accurate. So what I tend to do, take it out of the way. So if we mark out this line inaccurately on our paper pattern, it's going to be inaccurate on the door skin. So everything we do here, if I can find the end of the tacking tape, it's Elliott proof. Here we go. On the other end. Okay. I can't see this fairly well here with the paper off it. So. On there. Happy days. Alright, let's get this out of the way and we'll start setting up the paper pattern. Alright, let's get our paper pattern and we'll start to sort of set this up. So with the paper pattern we need to obviously mark out where you got the straight swage lines. You don't need to necessarily mark out all the way through, you can just mark out the two ends. Anywhere with a curve in it, obviously you've got to mark it out. Like, for example, this top line here, you need to mark it out fairly accurately, right around the outside. You need to be careful here that the paper doesn't, it needs to be sunk into that reverse. So let's grab our sheet and we'll start sticking her down. Another. You can start wherever you like, and it's probably going to get scolded for doing it not the way other people do it. It's obviously quite critical that the door is nice and clean, otherwise the tape won't stick. I tend to go top to bottom. So you want to be putting the tape near the swage lines, but not obviously not over it, because you won't be able to see the detail. So again, you want to keep the paper nice and tight as much as possible. That's good, mate. I've had a few comments, people saying, oh, we don't want to see the tools of the workshop, we want to see it actually doing something. I get it, I get it. The problem with that is, I went in the workshop here, obviously mostly working on customers' cars, and if I'm setting up the camera and I'm trying to talk and record and all the rest of it, it can be a little bit slower than a normal work day, so to speak, and I think somewhat unfair that the customers should have to pay for that. That's not because I don't want to do plenty of filming. Believe me, I would love to do one every day, but A, very time consuming, and like I say, it's not fair on the customer. I can do little bits here and there, you know, in my own time, and all the rest of it, like this. You know, if I'm working on my own car, the time is mine. Anyway, alright. Excuse me. So, like I say, the paper has got to stick as close to the panel, especially in the areas where it's under. Otherwise, you know, if that was dead straight, the distance between there and there is going to be shorter than it is going around this curve. So that when we mark out the bottom line, it's going to be in the wrong position. So it's important that gets all sucked in there. We'll continue on. paper doesn't want to go down because the top of this door is sweeping across this way. So we might have to put a few relief cuts in our paper to allow it to sit where we want it. There we go. Alright, so next thing we need to do is we need to mark where the edge of the paper is. I'll go right around the outside and then we'll work out where these swage lines are. I did have somewhere a pencil. What you use here is a carpenter's pencil. So one end I grind it sharp, and then the other end just lineaged up to give us a nice sharp edge there. And all we do with that is pull the paper taut and we give ourselves our outside line. Now you can, if you do a lot of that, the line will get a lot thicker, so I prefer to just do one line if I can. It'll be a lot more accurate on the when you transfer the line to the steel. Whoop. Yeah. Spin it around. So let's expose our tape underneath, which we did earlier. Find some so tape's there. So what I'm going to do is cut a little window, hopefully. So what that does, that's now exposed our tape underneath, and I can see my line. So all I need to do is put the straight edge on that and just mark either side. Done. Probably should have done that here too, right? Come on. Okay, like I say, because it's a straight line, you only need to get 2 points either end, and then when we transfer that to our steel sheet, we can just draw a line between the two. Alright, so that's most of that done. Now the hardest part is going to be doing the top. Spin it back around. See what we can do here. And let's got to keep this tight. The trick is to get the pencil, the angle sort of 50-50, if you know what I mean, like the 45 degrees perpendicular to the angle, to the swage line. Alright, then we've got one in there for that's where the weather strip sits. I need to get that one marked out. That's where I use the other end of the pencil. Get in there and mark that. Might work out some of this door handle. I'm going to do 2 nuts we make. I might end up just making a second pattern for this door handle. I guess we'll rough it out. So another trick you can use is to get your hands dirty. Just use that to highlight where these lines are. Need some dirtier hands, hang on. Add some dirt, let's try again. There we go. There's the door lock there. So the Mk3 Capri had early and late versions of this door skin. So some had this lock hole here. I'm not sure if you can see it, and some of the cars have the lock integrated into the handle itself. So that I'll make a decision later, but I probably won't put that hole in. Okay, that's roughly where we're at. So that's pretty much it. So that's our paper pattern done. So what we'll do now is we'll carefully take this off of here without tearing it, hopefully.